Hello everyone, Digfig here and welcome. Today we are going to be going over the skill tree in Ghost Recon's Breaking Point. Got into the closed beta, check the forums, the announcements say it's not under an NDA, so hopefully I can talk about it and show some stuff. And we're going to go right into the skill tree. As you can see, it's fairly large, but it's not like epically large. It's not like a PoE skill tree or anything, which would be super insane. And there's 4 basic classes right now, and you have to spend a skill point to unlock the classes, and you can change your class at a camp at any time. I'm going to start off the Field Medic, which is what I am playing. They actually get a healing drone, which you can heal at range with. They get, it's your ultimate ability for that one. They get a med kit, which you can throw like a grenade, and it heals and gives people more HP, but I really don't like that they have to go up to it and interact with it. I find myself not using it at all, even though I've been the primary healer for our group, but like, I don't find myself using it all that much. It's really not that great. It'd be really cool if it was like you throw it at them, it detonates, and then it activates, but just my little rant on that one. They also get passive proficiencies for the class you choose, and this one gets faster revive, you carry botters faster, and you can self-revive using your drone when it's off cooldown. Your ultimates in this game kind of act like ultimates in like every other game, say Overwatch, League of Legends, or The Division. They charge up through kills and damage more in this game rather than just over time like some others, but you can't just spam them all the time. The Assault gets True Grit. This gives you increased damage resistance, recoil reduction, and kills heal you and extend the duration of the skill. They also get the passive talents of extra health and bonuses handling with shotguns, which I believe was accuracy and reload speed, if I remember correctly. They also get a handheld gas grenade, which I've never used. I've seen it used. Looks kind of cool. Good for AoE kills. Don't actually know how well the damage over time goes. Now we're going to move over to the Panther. They get Cloak and Run, which means taking fire, getting your ass whooped. You just throw down a smoke bomb and you poof away like a magician. Haven't seen it used. Don't know anyone doing it. Could be useful. The class item is the Cloaking Spray, which is self-use and renders you undetectable by drones. I guess if you're playing solo, that could be super useful because the drones in this game are kind of dangerous. They're fun to fight, and there's one that flies around and gets you hunted all the time. And I guess you could just pop that and laugh at it and not have to worry about it, which would be kind of useful. But in a group, all your friends would still be running and hiding, and you could just laugh at them. They get a bonus stealth, faster movement speed, which is actually kind of cool. I have to check out how fast that actually is. And they get suppressors on handguns. Submachine guns do not reduce the bullet damage. Well, if you play like me and I don't use suppressors because I'm a loud guy, not a big issue, but that is also a really cool passive. Now let's move on to the Sharpshooter. They get armor buster rounds. They get high penetrating bullets that do bonus damage and muzzle velocity. They also get a sensor launcher, I said that weird. I don't know how I said it, but I said it weird. Launches devices, marks enemies in a large area. Now, obviously, I shouldn't have to explain why that is super important in a shooter game or any tactical game where you just get so much information and makes you such a better player knowing where all the enemies are instead of just guessing. They also get the passive abilities of longer breath control while aiming, which is always good if you're playing a sniper, and bonuses sniper rifles and DMRs. You can actually go into here and look at a better detail. Let's see how much. 5% reload speed and plus 20% handling with them, and they get 50% breath control increase. Cool. And you can see over here, which is one of the main reasons I came in here. I pointed at you guys like this, like I'm fucking green screen, so technically it'd be way over here. Apparently I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but you actually get rank rewards. Right now the max rank is 4. I don't know if that's just a beta thing or whatever, but you actually level that up by doing small little challenges like kill 3 guys with an SMG in a row without reloading, or kill dudes at 150 meter plus, and it just gives you little bonuses to your class. Now that we've gone over each one of these, now we get up into here where you've got these nodes, and each circle it looks like you need at least 2 points spend to unlock the next things. And we're going to start off on basic. This is 20% bonus XP. This unlocks a parachute, which currently right now I have yet to ever see work or deploy. Always fall straight to my death. This unlocks night vision, and this one increases your reload speed and mobility. Now in this game, there are, where is one of them? Okay, up here, you can see how this icon has a little backpack. You actually get 3 slots. Currently, you start with 1, and you have to unlock each one with these, and they're called perk slots. And the things that have a backpack go in those perk slots. And like I just said, you can have up to 3 perk slots. So it kind of gives you a little room to customize your character and kind of make it feel more yours. I think they need to give more perk slots based on how minimal these buffs are, but that's just my personal opinion. So now that we've gone over this basic tree, obviously these two off to the left just give you another perk spot, and I believe they were 2 and 4 points. Then we have Pistol Auto, increases pistol reload speed or handgun pistol reload speed and plus damage. This one gives you 40% more ammo and plus 10% ammo pickup. I go through ammo like candy in this game because I like to go loud and proud and just run around and gun. So I go with all the ammo perks. And then we have Savage more parts for when you disassemble weapons. In this game, you disassemble weapons to get parts to use to upgrade and craft weapons. Obviously, this one gives plus 25% max ammo. Then off to the right of that, you get Upgrade Weapons perk. So this allows you to upgrade your weapon to a Mark II weapon after buying all of the Mark I upgrades. And this one allows you to upgrade to another Mark, which will bring your weapon up to a Mark III. Not going to go over upgrades in this game, but eventually there's a sheet of them, and once you buy all of them, the gun upgrades, and you have to get them all again, and the gun upgrades again. Seems to be how that works. Now we're going to move straight up the tree into survival. Probably shouldn't do that, actually. Let's go over to Recon. This one gives you thermal vision, self-explanatory. This one gives you plus 10% cooldown reduction and plus 40% experience gain for every enemy marked with your drone. That's actually really cool for drone users. Adds an icon to the minimap that indicates nearby resources to pick up. In this game, you walk around, and there's tons and tons of things to pick up that you can use to craft with that give you buffs. And luckily in this game, which we'll talk about another time, you don't have to hit E to pick everything up in one. You do it automatically, which is amazing. This one, Intel Grenade, gives you a hand-thrown device marking enemies in an area unlocked for crafting in the mirror shop, which is actually kind of cool. Then we're going to move over to the Recon Tree again, another Recon Tree, because for whatever reason they had to pair these all in 4s. Drone speed, self-explanatory, 20% increase to drone speed. Drone cooldown, 50% cooldown reduction on your drone. That's actually pretty powerful. These are all passive, that's for sure. Drone mark area, 50% increased area of marking, which makes it easier to spot your enemies. Drone range, 20% drone range, which is nice. So you snipers can just buzz your zone over from way off the tested zone, but drone over from really far away. My throat is dry. Give me 1 second. This is my invisible cup. Camouflages my face. Have yet to develop anything to make it my whole body, but I got the cup down pat. And it's just water in it. Nothing fancy. Actually, like old water too. That wasn't that delicious. I don't actually know what this one is. Drone visions. V to use Recon Drone Night and Thermal Vision. Does not apply in PvP. Okay, so that unlocks Night Vision and Thermal. Then we're going to move up one tree, and you have the Sniper Tree, which gives you Rolling Thunder. While using a sniper rifle, 20% weapon damage and plus 20% damage to drones. Interesting. That actually makes snipers pretty darn powerful. Gunslinger. Equip this perk to get this effect. For every hit, plus 15% accuracy and plus 15% handling. I am having a hard time speaking, and I apologize, everybody. Ballistic Advantage. Plus 40% range and accuracy. That should make your rounds fly straighter and have less of an arc and be way easier to aim. Is that a passive? That's like actually super worth trying to go get. I'm sitting here thinking about my play because it doesn't say just sniper rifles. Okay. Iron Lungs, 100% breath control. Oh, that's like a must get for a lot of snipers. Now, we already checked out Gunslinger. I'm losing my mind, forgetting what we did. We've done everything down there. Now let's move up into survival. First tab is stamina regen speed. It's pretty self-explanatory. Helps your stamina regen quicker by 20%. Rations level 2 unlocks new crafting recipes which give better buffs based on the old skills. Tireless, negative 20% stamina cost. You can run longer, stamina cost less. Perk, burst forth. Equip this perk to get this effect. Plus 10% movement speed and plus 75% regen speed. This one I actually have equipped and I think it's pretty darn good if I do say so myself. Now we're going to move up into tactics. Specialized item carrier. This gives you plus 1 more of your character specific item or class specific item, I should say. Like for me, it's my med packs. Again, I don't use them so much, so I don't really want another one right now. Inspired. This gives you health for every kill that your allies gets. This is super cool, but my teammates spend a lot of time dead, so I don't have it yet. Technique acceleration increases your ultimate. They're called techniques in this one, but negative 10% isn't too bad. Revivalist. Equip this perk to get this effect. After an ally is downed, you get plus 20% movement speed and plus 40% damage reduction. That'd actually be super useful for rezzing people that get themselves down in really shitty spots like I do. So you just kind of like run in there and ninja res them. Technique acceleration, this is another just 10% cooldown on your technique. This gives you another class item, which is nothing special. I keep saying it's nothing special, but it's really up to people and how they want to do it. And Molly's texting me. Conroe upgrade, get better quality gear and weapons from convoys. I've yet to see a convoy, but they were super prevalent in the first one, so good to know that they are in this game. Drone hunter, after destroying a drone, health restores. Instantly heal back up some of your health after killing a drone. For all teammates, that's pretty cool. Even though right now there's not like drones everywhere, we're mostly fighting guys, so maybe that's a later game thing or a raid. I bet you that's definitely going to be real. Whoa, I don't know why I just teleported over there. That was weird. Now let's move on to economy. Armory upgrades. This upgrades the store and gives you better quality weapons while buying on demand. Skill credits, plus 10% skill credits. Skell. It's not skill, it's skell. Skell credits. Skell credits are the currency in the game. This allows you to buy helicopters at your store, which then allows you to buy them or summon them from camps. Another just plus 10% skell credits. And this lets you buy the armored vehicles and the badass, like blow everything up, armored gun turrets, tanks, helicopters from your store. Not sure how much those are going to cost, but I bet they're going to be expensive. Now let's move over to another survival tree. 75% slide control. I don't know why I bought this. I kind of like it, but I do a lot of sliding down hills and stuff while running places, so it seems useful to me. And the slide control just lets you control a little bit more left and right where you're actually sliding to. Rations level 3 is even better crafting recipes that give you even better buffs after you eat them. Water filler. This one I'm probably going to get and is super useful, especially earlier game. It allows you to fill your water bottle in swamps and salt water. Right now you can only do it in freshwater sources. And it also gives you +2 water canteen capacity. And if you're just running around a lot and sprinting around a lot and you don't like going to camps a lot, you do get fatigued, and drinking out of your canteen is how you fix your fatigue. Speed climber I thought was an absolute must-have. When you're running around on foot, everyone hates like the Arma effect where you like walk super slow up hills, so 20% climb speed is definitely useful for running away from enemies and outrunning your teammates, which is funny. Let's move on to this stealth tree over here. Sixth Sense. Plus 25% automatic marking range, which is kind of cool. You just kind of mark them when you get close enough to them, so it's good for all your allies, especially if you like to sneak around, or if you like close quarters combat like I do. It just really helps your situational awareness. Slim Shadow, 50% stealth. I left it up on my screen while I talked about the other ones, so you guys probably already read that. Sensor Hack. Equip this perk to get this effect. Damage to drones and drone evasion. Pretty self-explanatory. Sync shot drone, remote killer. Press G to put on a target and hold G to activate it. Unlock for crafting the runner shop. I've yet to use this, but I got it just so I could get to this other tree, and then I never got any skills over there. But that should act like the sync slot in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now let's move on to the gadgets tree. Explosives Mark II upgrade the versions of C4, frag grenades, mines, improving the damage and area effect, so it just makes your grenades and explosives better. Item capacity, increase the amount of items you can carry, so such as grenades and C4. Breaching tool, this allows you to cut through fences, which was super requested from the first game. We have yet to find a fence that this actually works on. I don't know, we haven't super tried very hard, but we haven't found one. Explosive excerpts, plus 20% items area effect, plus 20% explosive damage, plus 40% throwing range. This would actually be fairly good versus some of these super large boss drones so far. Moving over to the gadgets, we have EMP grenades. So this is where Akari got the EMP grenades for. This shuts down drones and allows you to openly shoot them, which is super cool. Item capacity, +1 item. Again, just more grenades, more explosives, more consumables. Consumers are 50% cheaper in the mirror shop. That's pretty darn useful, actually, especially if you don't feel like crafting. Drone scavenger. Scavenge more parts from destroyed drones. And that's another decent one. I might have to go pick that up. Now let's move on to this assault tree. Guerrilla. Every time you hit someone with a shotgun, you get plus 10% damage resistance and plus 20% health regen speed. Doesn't have a cooldown on it. If that stacks and is just infinitely passive, that is busted, but there's probably a cooldown on that, and they need to put one if there isn't. Healing pouch, +1 syringe capacity. Gives you one more syringe. Adrenaline. After close quarter combat kill, you restore health. Rocket launcher. Unguided explosive missile unlock in the crafting, which allows you to craft and gives you a rocket launcher for free. Healing pouch. Syringe capacity +1. Self-explanatory. Feel no pain. Relentless. Cannot reach critical injury levels. Plus 25% injury resistance. That's pretty powerful, but I get that it's an equipable. So it has limitations where you can only have 3, but it doesn't have the backpack icon. Interesting. Syringe Mark 2. Self-use. Faster healing removes some injuries, so it just lets you use your syringe faster and makes it more powerful. Final one we have is Twig. Equip this perk to get this effect. Minus 30% damage resistance, minus 30% health regen delay, plus 100% health regen speed. That's kind of cool, except for it makes you take more damage. That's a really odd talent. I'm glad they put that in, but that is definitely different. That is a good note to end this on. Anyways, thank you all for listening to me blabber on. Again, this is the entire skill tree that is in the closed beta. It is closed beta, so it's subject to change. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope I didn't annoy anyone too much. Thank you all for watching, and I really do appreciate it. Digfig out.